something, okay, something different than leather too. That means that creating a leather-like material, it is a first step because the market wants something that looks like leather and feels like leather. But in the future, we want to make to present Oskin as a material on its own. And a lot of brands, especially in the automotive industry, are already asking to Oskin to look and feel like itself and not like leather, but to look like to feel like something completely different and new. And we are already able to do that.
Okay.
But I'll share everything in my presentation, if you don't mind.
You can start.
Okay, thank you very much. So good afternoon, everyone. Again, I'm Alessandro Scuderi, and I'm presenting you today Oskin, which is the new guilty-free luxury from the byproducts of oranges and cacti. Oh, sorry, I cannot. Okay, scroll down. Okay, now I can. So Oskin is a high-quality bio-based material that feels like leather, looks like leather, but unlike leather, it is vegan, it's sustainable, and carbon neutral. And also, its production chain is traceable through the blockchain, and it closes a circular economy. This happens through a process that consists in collecting the byproducts of oranges and cacti and from the cosmetic and the agri-food industries and transforming them into a biopolymer that will be the main ingredient for a new luxury material that is ideal for the automotive and the fashion and interior design brands. We chose to use these ingredients, oranges and cacti, to give value to the 6 kTons and 70 kTons, respectively, of byproducts from oranges and cacti that are being thrown away each year in Sicily. And this has been our path so far. In 2019, we established and patented our process in Italy. Then in the following year, we sealed the industrial partnership and proved the scalability of the process and extended our patent into an international PCT. And then last year, we developed our first product, which is suitable for the fashion and interior design industry, and also developed some special projects and signed some NDAs. Speaking of NDAs, we signed 13 of them over the last year, and 3 are in the fashion industry, 4 in furniture, and 6 in the automotive. And for what concerns the special projects, we made some custom plates designed by an artist for the luxury confectionery Di Stefano. Then we made a collaboration with the luxury pottery maker, Sicilian luxury pottery maker De Simone. And finally, we developed a pair of sneakers with a new range of our material, which is suitable for the shoes, alongside with this. And we presented the shoes at PT Uomo within the framework of the UniCredit Start Lab acceleration process. Speaking of acceleration process in the words, we outside the UniCredit, we also been accelerated by the Motor Valley Accelerator, which is hosted by Plug and Play and UniCredit. The stand-up with the Museo del Tessuto di Prato and the European Council, among the others. And we've been a finalist for the Vogue UX Challenge, the Future of Responsible Fashion. And the problem we want to address is that leather is not sustainable because up from 80 to 90% of leather worldwide is done with chrome, with devastating effects on the environment because the 20% of the global water pollution is caused by the leather tanning process. And this has been a raising concern because the searches of the internet of terms like vegan leather have increased by 119% since 2018. And this is because, of course, the raising concern about animal well-being, but also because the impact of the tanning industry. And the market of the vegan leather is huge, and it is growing. It will total $85 billion by 2025, over $400 billion total leather market. And the demand will be distributed mainly from in the automotive industry, then shoes, interior design, fashion, and ship making. And our competitor, we consider our main competitor the animal leather, and we are cheaper than it. But also there are a lot of other vegan leather alternatives, but we are the only ones that are at one time freezable with the blockchain. We have a scalable process. We don't consume any soil. We are patented. We are made in Italy. And we are not completely fossil-free for the moment. The only one that is completely fossil-free is the American Microworks, but we are studying into a research and development process, a fossil-free material, and we plan to reach it by the end of 2023. And this will make us the only alternative to Microworks, which is a huge startup that received by 2020 an investment round of $62 million, and it used this investment especially to create a scalable process. At the moment, it has its process. It is not being industrialized, and it has to consume soil, while our process will not consume any soil and will use an already existing technology to scale up very fast. And when we will reach the 100% fossil-free material, we will generate a much larger positive impact on the environment, but also on society by generating jobs and value in an economically depressed area like Sicily. And we already collected 100K euros of investment for a fork that goes between the 3 and 80% of the value of the our company, and we have an option for 500K more. And we are collecting and looking for raising for 1 million euro. The majority of this investment will be used in adapting and expanding our plants, and then the rest in the managing costs, new hirings, certification, marketing, and research and development. And for 1 million, we are offering the 20% of the company that has a pre-money value of $4 million euros. And these are the two founders, Adriana and Roberto. They are both experienced entrepreneurs. Adriana is already owns 3 patents in the textile sector, and she's a serial startupper, and she's in charge of managing and creating the strategy, while Roberto, who is a chemist too, is in charge of developing the product. And then there is us, me, have a communication background, but moment I'm a business developer. Then there is Sarah, who already worked for luxury brands, and she's the CMO. Erika, that is in administration, and Alessia, she's the visual designer. And these are our partners that thanks to their expertise, machinery, and network, they are allowing us to scale up very fast. And this is it. Thank you for the attention. I'm open to the question now.
Okay. It was a very good pitching presentation. I hope you will be as good as you were today in a live event. I guess you were preparing.
I hope to be better, actually.
Okay, that's good.
I must say, Bianca, that I know Adriana already 3-4 months, and she had been developed already one very interesting project before with another, not with our skin, with always working on orange. So she has been very committed in recycle. So I'm very interested in and committed in recycle and to support young entrepreneurs who want to work on recycle products by the forestry or by the Green Deal and so on. So I think this is a very great opportunity for fashion and green and circular economy. That's why I wanted to stress to you the attention, because the market, in the international market, is going throughout this direction. So this and that area of the world is very much interested in supporting this this kind of project. That's why I want you to stress you and to look at it. So go ahead.
Yes, you are very right, and I love the idea. But tell me, Alessandro, the product is marketed now only in Italy?
No, we have a discussion ongoing all over the world.
Ah, okay.
All of the world means like, what are the part of the world?
We have some discussion going in India for a partnership, industrial partnership and a distribution partnership. We have a discussion with especially automotive brands and fashion brands all over Europe, especially Germany and Italy. A library all over the world, especially in the US. That's it. Yeah, we really cover. And I talked like last week for a distribution partnership in Latin and Southern America too.
Latin America, any particular area, and in India, any particular partner that you are talking with?
We are currently under NDA, so until everything is defined, I cannot disclose. We are discussing for the production partner. The Indian production partner is based in Mumbai, and they claim to be a quite huge company. For what concerns Latin America, we are discussing with a Colombian company that has contacts with the entire area. Then we are talking with an agent, an Indian agent, but I really don't recall where he's from. And for what concerns the clients, I'm sorry, I can say very, very few. I can say we're discussing with a car maker based in Italy, with usually associated with the color red, and it has a horse in its logo. Then several German car makers. Well, the famous one are 3. We are discussing with 2 of them.
So, any big deals already signed with your company, like something that will show that, you know?
Yeah, not yet. We are close to them, but not yet really.
So production process partnership means you are just giving them the technology and they will be doing all the production, or how exactly your deal is happening?
Well, for what concerns, for example, the production partner in India, we are already we're still evaluating to send them like a semi-finished product, so they can just use the machinery to produce it, or to send them the biopolymer, so what we extract from oranges and cacti, and then they mix it up with the other ingredients, with the percentages we decide together. and then produce their own material. But this is more like a matter of production costs for them, and of course of final price for that market. So they're doing the math, and we are waiting for an answer anytime soon. At the moment,
Okay.
this is as much as I can say right now.
And any amount of money you are willing to raise that is basically to do those productions, or what is the reason? Is it market expansion, getting new market, only for market study, or outsourcing for the production process? What's the reason you are willing to raise fund?
Okay, for what concerned the market study, the marketing process, these are the first batch of investment, and it has been made privately from the two founders. So it is like they put their own money on it. They made the hirings, they made the market search. Then we are using basically that first seed of 100K to like pay expenses and salaries, and then we are working to raise the 1 million to double up our production essentially, and then be more feel more safer, everyone, employees especially, and and you know, grow up. The fact is, the process is very well devised, because a lot of production costs are already thought of, because thanks to the industrial partnership, we use their own machinery, their own expertise, just for like their part of the final price. And this makes us to move faster and to not need so much expense. This is what Micro works well, except being American. So this is why it received so much money, which is like crazy for Italy and Europe to receive $62 million as a first round of investment. They needed to create a scalable process. We already have it. So the potential here is so much bigger, because they are they are raising this a lot of money, this huge amount of money, and they are working to make this product scalable. They probably will make it eventually, because that money, come on, everyone will make a product scalable, but it's not certain. In our turn, our product, our process is scalable from like day one, and this is an opportunity for everyone, because it is a safe investment to say the least. And I'm saying not as an employee, but as someone who really believes in that project. I left a quite more safer job to work with Hoskin, to make a difference, to be honest.
Yeah, but we really need to understand why you are looking for fund. I'm unable to understand that.
Okay, we need to, as I said before in the presentation, we use our already existing technology, but we need to make some adjustments to the plants, and to build a new plant, not a big plant. We don't need huge spaces or huge machinery, but to build a plant to double up our production capacity in order to like address the market in a very different way. Because when you have,
sorry to cut you in between, which means you already have got a lot of orders, so you are looking
we have orders from we are discussing orders. Actually, we have a lot of brands that are testing our material, and they will make the order eventually when they will end their tests, because it is a material that has to be durable. So they have the tests that make them sure.
Unless you get an order, do you feel you can convince an investor that you can get the ROI that you're saying?
I'm sorry, I have an audio problem, and
I think Arjit is freezed a little bit. Yeah, we can see.
yeah.
Okay, so like if you don't have an order at the moment, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't have an order in hand at the moment and you feel that you will be raising fund because you want to increase the production capacity, how will you feel that you will return back the money to the investor?
Well, if considering the amount of requests, when we'll and considering the timeline of the tests and the orders and so on and so on, and considering that we already have 2 orders from a luxury car maker, quite a new Swiss luxury car maker, that its name is someone again, I have to go in circles, but its name is the same of a famous Spanish painter. And we also have a order by an Italian perfume maker. These are like the 2 first small orders, but since our production process requires a minimum order of 500 meters, we for each other, for everyone makes up, if like we have like 3 more orders, we really need to double up our production capacity. So it is like we are on the verge of needing this double up of production capacity. So if we have an investment now, the investor will, it is not sure, nothing is 100% sure, but since we are already on our production limit, it is quite easy to foresee that we will have higher production needs. And higher production needs means that a bigger value for the company.
Actually, no, because until unless you have a complete understanding how will you give back return of your money that you are raising from the investors, it's not gonna be a yes from any of the investor pool. They appreciate that you have done so far so good. It's an innovative product which we all understand. But when you are growing, you need to understand when you are having someone who is a third party in your company, you really need to give them a sweet exit sometimes, maybe after 2 years or 3 years or 5 years down the line, depending on the business projection that you are creating. So if you have a projection, if you have created something like the next 2 years or 3 years projection pipeline, it will be really helpful for any investor to understand your procedure.
Yeah, okay. We already started the production because we have to sell those.
No, I'm not talking about your production. I'm talking about projections. 2 to 3 years of projection of finance. Okay.
This is my 2 cents on it, and I'm speaking personally. All right, I see your point, but investors, it's like, this is what I don't understand from investors. I mean, this we can only discuss on what we have at the moment, and this is what investors do. They risk their money in something that could be go good or wrong, who knows? And this is the investor's job, to risk their money. And the only thing that a company, the investor are considering to invest in, can do is to say, this is the state of our work at the moment. We cannot guarantee for the future because we are not like magicians, are you in it or are you not in it? But this depends on the risk prevention of the investor. And
can we have your founders in the call next time? It will be, I think, easier for all of you to understand how the investor world works.
Ajit, I think Alessandro, I think Ajit is doing other question. I mean, once they give or somebody give the funding, how will this be give it back? I mean, because I mean the investor wants to be sure about his investing. If there is a strategy, what is the strategy? How Skin is going to work on after the funding will be reached. So how will you raise? How could you manage to give them back? Do you want to share? To have them in the company, so to give the opportunity to be your partners. Mm-hmm. I think it would be better also to speak a little bit, the three of us, you, me, and Adriana, so we can give back to Ajit with this reply. But it is very, very important to give this reply to Ajit, to Bianca. I think Ajit is right. Okay. Did you understand this question or what, Alessandro?
I do, but okay, I do. I'll get back to Adriana, and we will discuss. We'll discuss about his question, the three of us, and we'll get back. She will get back with an answer very soon.
Yeah, I think it's very important because otherwise they could also stop this interest. So this is why Ajit made such an important question.
And as well, it is important to know your projections about your activity. Every company should have such a, projections about how do you plan to sell, what amounts of, activity do you plan to have in the next 1 year, 3 years. In terms of the sales, we can see the profit margins you can have, and then you can say we are having discussions with this type of companies from Europe, from the US, from India. That's very good that you have it. It's a potential market you can access and address. That's wonderful. But as well, we need to see some numbers on your vision for the sales of the company, and as well is like your commitment to grow the company in the next years. That's all that we need to see.
Bianca, but I think they already made a marketing plan, a business plan for. I've seen it. It's a very huge business plan, perfect. Alessandro. So I think starting from that, you could also share some numbers, some figures to Bianca and Ajit. So great. in that pages, there is a lot. There is all the replies that Ajit need. Mm-hmm. Because is that correct, Ajit, or do you need something more?
You're right. You are totally right. So okay, you know what happens from any investment perspective. Alexandro, yeah. I'm in investment probably for the last 17 years, and I have invested in quite a long number of companies. I took my exit. Till date, I have a good number of portfolio of my own invested companies. What I always prefer, or any investor always prefer, is your vision to take the company forward and how you're going to do it. Nobody is looking for a commitment of guarantee. We all understand the risk, but it is not our job to calculate your risk-taking capacity. We need to understand, then we calculate, and then get back to you, say that, okay, fine, you are looking for $5 million with this X amount of valuation. Probably we can add value in 1, 2, 3, 4, these kind of areas. Probably you need to change this, you need to update this. There is a negotiation that usually happens. There is a dilution of your equity that happens, and then things take forward. It is important to have at least a 3 years projection of any business model.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
have all the information, and we will set up a call when you feel it's good because you have all the info. You know.
Okay.
I think we need also to hurry up to give you these replies so we can set up a call whenever we are ready. When do you think, Alessandro, we could be ready to send them?
I can give you an answer by the end of this day, by like half an hour, maybe.
Okay, perfect.
Good. Okay. Perfect. I love the product. It's such an innovative idea. I mean, I'm very happy to see that. Very, very well done for everything you are doing. And you are doing very well, Alessandro, in the same time. So we are very proud of your work. Let's have your reply with the info we need. Because you know what's the point? In order to get you in front of the investors, we need to prepare all the information. You will travel to Dubai. You will be in front of the investors. You want to have the maximum amount of result. And it will be amazing if we can have all the information prepared because we want results at the end of the event. So that's the whole point. But otherwise, everything is wonderful.
Okay.
Okay.
Grazie per tutto. How do I say?
Thank you very much. Thank you,
You said it
Bianca, for
perfectly.
everything. Thank you, Arjit.
Grazie.
And I love India. I miss India.
Please be my guest next time. And
I will. I hope I will. I've been 2 years ago to India before a pandemic period, and I missed to go to Mumbai. So I need to go to Mumbai next time.
that's
Okay.
our finance capital. In Mumbai, it's like my, you can say, all the cities in India are like my second home. In Mumbai, I have a incubation center wherein I'm part of that incubation center. If you have heard about Shark Tank India, it's actually done by my friend and me. We have done it for, I think, for quite a good number of Indian startups. And we, in fact, send around 5 startups from India to Dubai this time. So please be my guest.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Speak soon.
Bye-bye.
Speak soon. Bye-bye.
Ciao,
Thank you,
Alessandro.
Alessandro.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Alessandro. Thank you. Bye.